Welcome to Healthy Relationships for Youth, Session 3, Boundaries and the Self. Boundaries are necessary to maintain healthy relationships and to protect our well-being. Everyone is entitled to be treated with respect and dignity and to feel safe within their relationships. We all have physical, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and digital boundaries that we want people to respect, and vice versa. Boundaries are personal and based on what we're comfortable with in relationships. Our comfort level can depend on things like trust, how well you know someone, what kind of relationship you have, as well as other factors. Boundaries can change over time, and they can be different from relationship to relationship. Getting to know our own boundaries is important to create a healthy relationship with the self, to develop self-respect, and to become more confident. It's important to remember that others will have different boundaries than our own. Being aware of others' boundaries means being aware of others' needs, limits, and goals. Having discussions around boundaries will create an agreement within relationships regarding each other's expectations and comfort levels. By communicating our boundaries and respecting each other's boundaries, we can create closer, safer, and more comfortable relationships. In this session, we will be exploring how to recognize our own boundaries while respecting others. We also use this session to talk about consent. This is a key lesson in the HRY curriculum, and we encourage you to really use this space to make sure your students understand the core meaning of the word. Consent is about respecting boundaries and taking the rights of your partners into account. This is a key message when we're talking about any type of relationship, but especially when we're talking about relationships where people engage in any sort of sexual behavior. Consent means checking in with partners and ensuring that everyone feels safe and enthusiastic about what is happening. If there is no consent for sexual activity, this is sexual assault. When we're talking about consent, it can be helpful to move away from a no means no context into a yes means yes context. The difference is that many different behaviors can signify no without verbalizing it. Examples of this may be turning away, staying silent, freezing, crying, disengaging, turning off, batting away a hand, and other behaviors that indicate no. In order to be good partners, we need to check in and ensure a positive yes before we continue with any activities. To learn more about consent, please check out the following resources, which are also listed on the HRY blog at www.healthyrelationshipsforyouth.wordpress.com under Additional Youth Facilitator Resources. These resources are getconsent.ca, consented.ca, and www.rain.org. Thanks for listening and have a great session.